At 6 o'clock, I'd like to call this meeting to order and ask everyone to please rise for Pledge of Allegiance and prayer. Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. John, if you'd lead us in prayer, please.
Sure. If you pray with me, please. Heavenly Father, we come to you now, Lord, and as always, we're thankful for you and your work on the cross and what it means to us. Father, I just ask that everything we say and do brings honor and glory to you as we proceed into this meeting. In Jesus' name I pray. Amen.
Amen.
Let me slide in here first. I'm going to shove that thing right in the back of your legs. It was either you or the tail was going. This side's taking up too much room.
All right.
Yes.
First up, roll call. I am present. Alderwoman Dent.
Yes, I'm here.
Alderman Kinsey.
Here.
Alderman Whalen.
Yes.
Alderman Letchworth.
Here.
City Administrator Burbridge is out for being sick. City Clerk Kohler.
Present.
City Attorney Weber. Public Works Director Payne. Chief of Police Chase. Finance Director Stacy Houston. Economic Development Director Carrie Setterfield. You're gonna have to write your name on my notes there. And we have Melissa Du Bois from Park and Rec, and then we have Chris McGirt from the Water Department. Any other city staff present? No. All right, next item up is the approval of tonight's agenda.
I move to approve the agenda for tonight.
Do I have a second?
I'll second.
I will call for the vote. Alderman Letchworth,
Yes.
Alderman Kinsey,
Yes.
Alderwoman Dent,
Yes,
and Alderman Whalen.
Yes.
Next up is the consent agenda. Is there approval for tonight's consent agenda?
I move that we approve the consent agenda.
Do I have a second?
I'll second the motion.
This time I'll call for the vote. Alderwoman Dent,
Yes,
Alderman Whalen,
Yes.
Alderman Kinsey,
Yes.
and Alderman Letchworth.
Yes.
Thank you. Next up, we don't have anybody for public comment tonight. Let's see, we got board and committee appointments tonight. First appointment will be to appoint our new Economic Development Director, Carrie Sutterfield, to the Merrimack Regional Development Committee. And we also have, do I have to do those in two separate motions? Okay. So at this time, do I have a motion to accept my recommendation?
I make motions to accept the mayor's recommendation for Carrie Sutherfield to be on the MRDC.
Do I have a second?
I'll second.
This time I will call for the vote. Alderman Whalen,
Yes.
Alderman Kinsey,
Yes.
Alderman Letchworth,
Yes.
and Alderwoman Dent.
yes,
And the last appointment for tonight is for the Housing Authority for Sherry Lee to serve another term. She served temporary term for when Gary Brown stepped out, so. This time, do I have a motion for that recommendation?
I make a motion to approve Sherry Lee as a Housing Authority Committee appointee.
I second the motion.
This time I'll call for the vote. Alderman Whalen,
Yes.
Alderwoman Dent,
Yes,
Alderman Kinsey,
Yes.
and Alderman Letchworth.
Yes.
Next up is the reading of bills, and be the second reading of these bills. First up is Bill number 3673.
Mayor, would you like me to explain that a little bit again? or
Yeah,
do
and
you
just a
want-
brief explanation,
Okay.
please.
So we had the first reading of these ordinances June 30th at that special meeting. These were brought before the Utility Committee on 6/18. So the first one, as a board, you have a decision to make whether you want to vote for 3673, which does not change the ordinance, everything stays the same, or you can vote for the 74, 75, 76, and 77, which will implement recommendations made by a rate study. And those are on the, and I apologize for this. So in their summary, they recommended the addition of a service availability fee of $8 for residential and $12 a month for both commercial and demand meters. They also recommended a reduction of residential and demand kilowatt hour rates of 2% for each of those for the next 3 years, and an increase of 8% for commercial for the next 3 years. The reasoning behind this is to recommend a shift in rates among the classes of customers. As stated, for residential customers are currently subsidizing commercial customers. So that's a summary of what, so I will go ahead and read these, but just keep in mind, you have 2 choices. The first one, no changes. The next 4, we implement those changes.
Okay, go ahead.
Bill number 3673, an ordinance establishing rates for electric services provided by the city of Salem, Missouri.
Thank you. This time, I'll open it up if the board has any discussion.
I've spoke about this, and I think that the secondary one where we moved to approve the recommendations made from the company that came in and did the study, I think is the best way to go. But again, I'm just one person, and so.
I mean, they're the ones that came in and did the study. They're the experts behind it. Would assume we'd probably go with the experts' recommendation on this subject.
All right. Well, Bill 3673 is basically charging per kilowatt, correct? And Bill 3674 through 3677 is to add a service availability fee.
Yeah, and
And to
redo.
reduce
Yes.
to reduce the kilowatt per hour charge.
Yes.
Is there any other discussion? All right, this time do I have a motion for bill number 3673? No motion. Bill number 3673 fails due to lack of motion. At this time, do you want to read 3674?
Yes. Bill number 3674, an ordinance establishing rates for electric services provided by the city of Salem, Missouri.
Thank you. This time, do I have a motion for bill number 3673?
3674.
Or
Point of information,
3674.
Mayor, are we voting for, I thought 73 died for lack of motion.
Yeah, I do. I gotta step up in the line here. I'm still ready.
Okay,
All right.
so
I gotta catch up.
okay,
Okay.
I'm with you then.
I'm down.
You're in?
All right. Do I have a motion for bill number 3674?
I make a motion to approve Bill 3674.
I second that motion.
This time I will call for the vote. Alderman Whalen,
Yes.
Alderman Letchworth,
Yes.
Alderwoman Dent,
Yes.
and Alderman Kinsey.
Yes.
Next up, bill number 3675.
Bill number 3675, an ordinance establishing rates for electric services provided by the city of Salem, Missouri.
Thank you. This time, do I have a motion for bill number 3675?
I make a motion to approve bill number 3675.
Do I have a second?
I second the motion.
This time I will call for the vote. Alderman Kinsey,
Yes.
Alderman Whalen,
Yes.
Alderwoman Dent,
Yes.
Alderman Letchworth.
Yes.
Next up is bill number 3676.
Bill number 3676, an ordinance establishing rates for electric services provided by the city of Salem, Missouri.
Thank you. At this time, do I have a motion for bill number 3676?
I make a motion to approve bill number 3676.
Do I have a second?
I'll second the motion for Bill 3676.
At this time, I'll call for the vote. Alderman Letchworth,
Yes.
Alderman Whalen,
Yes.
Alderman Kinsey,
Yes.
Alderwoman Dent,
Yes.
and last but not least, bill number 3677.
Bill number 3677, an ordinance establishing rates for electric services provided by the city of Salem, Missouri.
Thank you. At this time, do I have a motion for bill number 3677?
I make a motion to approve Bill 3677.
Do I have a second?
I'll second.
This time, I will call for the vote. Alderman Whalen,
Yes.
Alderman Kinsey,
Yes.
Alderwoman Dent,
Yes.
Alderman Letchworth.
Yes.
And how everything looks there this year, and I'm super grateful for them to be getting in there, and even with all the rain and the hot weather and things, they have done a phenomenal job this year, and I wanted to thank them for that.
Thank you, Tammy. This time, my report, I'm going to keep it short. I want to thank Park and Rec. Did an awesome job, right along with our wonderful Chamber of Commerce Fireworks Committee. Did a really good job. They got me in the dunk tank. And I think my daughter spent most of my paycheck trying to get her dad wet. But other than that, you guys did an awesome job over there, and thank you very much. That's it for my reports. Director Payne, would you like to come on up, sir?
Good evening, Mayor, Alderman. Let me see here, twist this around. I'm going to keep it short tonight as well. The wastewater treatment plant continues daily testing. Our plant is healthy despite the extra rain and I&I flow that we have. Fence replacement will start soon. They're having gates built, and once those gates are done, they'll come in, and if the ground's not too soft, they'll start re-fencing around that whole plant, the damaged areas. Water department, several water line repairs were conducted, as well as a large water main break yesterday. Appreciate everybody's patience. The crew worked on that really hard, so they did a great job. Locates are being conducted, a lot of locates for the ADA compliance project that's going to come down 3272. So Chris has been out doing a lot of locates, and we appreciate it. Water department will be assisting streets with checking a possible collapsed storm drain that feeds underneath a building downtown. So we're going to try to scope that out tomorrow and figure out where it's crushed. The electric department line trimming crew and contract crew are continuing to make gains on work orders and feeder lines across Salem. Just yesterday, or maybe it was even yesterday/this morning, our electric crew were on HH across from AutoZone and cleared out an area that's been tripping the system for quite a while. So kudos to them for knocking it out, and they're just going to continue on up the roadway there and clear that. Our forester crew's still working around town, and there's been a few complaints, and they actively jump right on it to clean up and do as best they can. Unfortunately, they've had to take a couple of trees. I'd just like to remind the public, it's state statute. It is our duty to take trees out that are within 10 feet of our main power feeder lines to keep everybody on. And no one wants to take a tree down that's been there for 100 years or however long, but once it's grown into the lines, if it were to get the juice and a kid's climbing in a tree, it could hurt somebody. So we just, it's for safety reasons. I've had some really upset folks. One of the trees we took down had been in the power line, and I guess for the past 10 years, the city had worked around this tree and actually literally trimmed the line that was running right through the middle of the tree. And I've been very adamant with the board and the public. I want to keep it fair, impartial, and transparent. And I'm not doing favors, and I'm not doing any backdoor handshake deals. If a tree has to come down for the public safety and the electric grid, it has to come down. Well, that tree had been trimmed on the taxpayer dollar for 10 years or so or better, and so it was taken down. And now it won't be a problem. It had tripped the system at least 12 times in the past year. So this is really something problematic. So I appreciate everybody working with us on this stuff, because we're getting it knocked out, and we'll have it cut down good enough to where that we'll be on easily a 5 years, 6 years, maybe even 7 year cycle before that stuff grows back into place, and we'll rotate. It'll cost us less in the end when we're taking these trees out totally. So thank you to the public for being patient with us. Continued street light repairs, replacement. Feel free to call up to the main office and put in work orders if you've got a street light out. We're trying to keep those in a pile of those in stock and continue to rotate them out. Our electric crew also got a new small business powered up downtown. There were some struggles with that and getting their electric set up, and I don't want to tell their story because I don't know that they're ready to announce it, but a new small business, so that's good stuff. Construction crews beginning dirt work and set up for a large curb driveway apron project over off of West Bergman, and I know I've talked about this a couple of times. West Bergman's over near the factory on, they call it Factory on 5th,
Yeah.
I believe. And with their field being cleared and having log trucks there, the runoff creates almost a creek when it rains that goes and points right at that neighborhood. So this is long overdue. We're going to do them up some curbs and make sure they get protected. Their homes are protected from rainwater. I have a concrete priority list, and I still have people that call me almost daily to make sure that, or to work on me to bump them up on the list, and that's not how it works. If someone's home is taking on water, that's my priority. And if it's you don't like the look of your curb because it's got some grass growing in it, aesthetics, whatever, that's not the business I'm in. We're going to protect these homes. So I'm working through the list. Our construction crew is 3 guys, and they're working diligently, and hopefully we'll get to everybody, but it may be a while. So anyway, West Bergman, good stuff. Streets, continue pavement patches citywide. Please call in if you've got a pavement area that needs patched that you think may have been forgotten. I drive the streets. The superintendents are pretty good about eyeballing that stuff, but every once in a while we'll have a pothole that'll sneak up on us. So I've been calling MoDOT as well and alerting them to some of the holes that are on 19 and 3272, and their low manning has kind of held them up from patching some of their holes. But just so the public knows, I keep an eye on that stuff too and try to help out. So street crew mowing and more mowing. With all this rain, it's keeping them busy. Street painting projects are in the works when weather permits. They clean culverts and drop-ins as they have time to make sure our stormwater flows. The mechanics working diligently to keep the mowers running and maintaining multiple pieces of equipment citywide. Cemetery crew, like city clerk mentioned, has been doing a great job. You might drive by today and see a section of it that doesn't look like it's been mowed recently, but they are making the rounds. They're on about an 8-day cycle if the weather permits, and they're structured better now, and they're really knocking it out. They're a great group over there. So that's all I've got. Do you have any questions for me?
Nope.
Thank you.
Thank you, Steve. All right. Next up, it'd be Melissa from Park and Rec. Your report, ma'am.
Good evening.
Good evening.
I appreciate you thanking us for Park and Rec for the fireworks display, but I just want to say that it was actually it was more than just Parks and Rec.
Yeah.
I want to thank Public Works, Street Department, the fireworks committee themselves, the police department. I mean, everybody kind of worked
Fire
really
department.
hard together. Fire department, they all worked really hard to assist the Salem O Fireworks Committee to bring that together. So they all did a lot, and it looks good. And I'm debating if I want to keep those lights or not because they look so pretty.
I don't blame you.
They're in high demand.
I know,
Isn't
but
that
then I have to,
crazy?
vandalism and have to kind of weigh all that out. So I don't know if they'll stay or not, but they were a much appreciated addition. So thank you. Ball season is over. We had a couple rainouts and then we had to configure some games and get that situated. We did have our Al Brown concession up and going this year. So we had 3 concessions going this summer, all year. We did stock for the fireworks. We didn't do so hot at that, but it's hard to tell how many people are going to come first year. I think we'll have to eat a little bit of that cost, but you never know until you try. We chalk it up as a public service, making sure people are hydrated and, you know, if it's super hot, not passing out or anything like that. So we have resources available if we need them. The pool is running. It's not running smoothly. There's always something going on, some issue at hand. So right now we're looking at replacing a valve underneath. Our pump is running extremely loud. I don't know if you've driven through there lately, but you could probably hear it from your house if you're listening really well. Yeah,
Just
it's
answer
pretty
one.
loud.
You just answered one of my questions.
Yeah, Westport is coming down tomorrow. I'm going to meet with them tomorrow. They're going to look at a few things that I have questions about, and then we'll move forward with that. Fencing at Al Brown, it is up. We're going to be doing a walkthrough of all the fencing here very soon when they're done. Also, I've been working with Rommel on getting all of this building keyed and locked up, and we're going to be doing a walkthrough with him here pretty soon to make sure we have everything that we need done from him on our end. And I'm trying to think of anything else that we have going on right now. Next up is flag football. I'll be getting registrations out for that pretty soon. I will get it out before school starts because that, with school starting delayed, it really hurts getting the word out that flag football will be happening. So I just want to make sure I say that and keep saying that flag football season is next. So be looking. You guys have any questions for me?
No,
Questions?
thank you, Melissa.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
All right, I've got a new name here on my list. Our new Economic Development Director, Ms. Carrie Setterfield. Your report, ma'am.
It's a bit anticlimactic since he's taken attendance, so y'all already know I'm here and you have put a face to the name. However, I'm Carrie and I'm the newly hired Economic Development Director. I'm pleased to be back home. Looking forward to collaborating with you, the public, the staff, to continue to make Salem and Dent County a vibrant place to live and thrive. So you have a report before you. That are just some preliminary things that have happened in the last, I don't know how long I've been in the office, 4 days, 5 days. And so it's just brief, but it is some things that are kind of hit the ground running and attacking and seeing what we can get done. There's really not much discussion to have, as it's just kind of getting started, getting my feet underneath me, making some acquaintances and reestablishing connections. So thank you for having me. Thank you for hiring me.
Thank
It's
you,
great
Carrie.
to be here. Do you have anything for me?
Not yet. We're gonna let you get some experience, okay?
Thank you, sir.
We'll give you a couple more weeks, okay? All right, next up is our board reports. Alderman Letchworth.
I have nothing to report other than, over the last couple days, I know we've all seen it, the flooding that occurred down in Texas, and I just, my heart is just out for those families and all the responders that are going down there. And so if you get a chance to say a prayer for all those families, because we could all sure use some more of that, so.
All right. Alderman Kinsey.
Nothing to report at this time.
Alderwoman Dent.
I'd like to thank the community for their support of the patriotic spectacular that was put on by the Salem Community Choir. I felt it was a success. It was very nice to be able to provide this for the community, and we've been asked to present it at some other places coming up. Also like to thank Donnie Moore, who we had a report of a huge hornet's nest on an electric pole or box, and Donnie Moore took it upon himself to save the day, and we no longer have a big hornet's nest over in the West Ward, so thank him for us.
All right. Alderman Whalen.
I'd just like to commend everybody that was involved in the 4th of July project. I don't think some realize that this started over a year ago, but I think it's a shining example when we put personal differences aside and work together as a team, what Salem can do as a community. I just think I commend all of you involved.
All right. Thank you. And if we do have any more 4th of July pre-activities, I don't need to be the center point. We could have some more people come to the dunk tank. Chief,
But you're the most popular candidate.
getting over that sickness, are you? Yeah. All right. Well, last but not least, I need a motion to go into closed session for attorney-client privilege.
I move that we go into closed session for attorney-client privilege.
I second the motion.
This time I will call for the vote. Alderwoman Dent,
Yes?
Alderman Whalen,
Yes.
Alderman Letchworth,
Yes.
and Alderman Kinsey.
Yes.
Thank you all